Hey guys, thanks for joining the Stock Option Market Weekly Update. Last one of the year. This is for December 30th, 2024. So moving into 2025. We've got the economic data that we're going to touch on, the different sectors, how they performed, what it looks like going forward for next year. We're going to touch on interest rates and what they look like going forward for next year. And then we're going to jump into the live trades on the option trading platform. Before we get started, if you can do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down below. That really helps out the channel, and I appreciate it very much. Also, download the free options workshop in the link below. It talks about the main benefits of trading options over buying stocks alone outright. All right, guys, so here is the what the market did last week. We were up to 59.70 from 59.30, so just slightly up over the last 5 days. And going forward, it looks like we're up this year about 25%, but yeah, up on the S&P 0.67%. Consumer discretionary was up a little bit. Staples was down. Everything was pretty neutral last week. This is the last 5 days. And then year to date, if we look, we're still up 25%. So the PE ratio is about 22 versus the 10-year average of about 18. So things are still a little bit high. But year to date, financials were great, 29%, and communication services 35%, and discretionary 28%. So we had a really good year. Looking at interest rates, we've had that quarter point cut in December, and it looks like this is predictions for January. It's going to stay 4.25 to 4.5 for the federal funds rate. So they're not expecting any further price cut just yet, and not until March there's a 43% chance of a cut. But we're looking at basically 2 cuts next year, so not as aggressive as a few months ago as we thought. The major economic reports coming out this coming week. We've got New Year's, so still a holiday weekend. We've got jobless claims on Thursday, so not a whole lot. Fear and greed index, we are at 34 right now. So here's where I like to be a little bit more invested with my options trading account. So with my options trading account, because they're leveraged, I usually don't like to go more than when we're down here at extreme fear, maybe I'll be 70% invested. But when we're up at greed and extreme greed, I cut down below 50% invested, and I have a lot of neutral strategies on. But right here at this fear point, I'm pretty much long the market right now going forward. So maybe looking to put a little bit more on over the next week. So, by the way, if you'd like to receive the free options trading guide, comment options guide down below, and I'll send you the link. Let's jump into the trades that we've got on. I've added a couple here that are pending. It's the weekend, but I'm looking at adding C3 AI. They've got great fundamentals. It's an AI stock. Great. You can see right here the income statement, the revenue, net income, and the balance sheet, the assets, liabilities. They're in great shape. They do. I'll eventually do a video on these guys, but it looks like a great buy right now, and especially since it had a little bit of a pullback. I've got the RSI on the bottom, and then on the top, I've got the 1-year chart, and I've got the 13-day moving average in the green. The red is the 50, and the yellow is the 200. But C3 AI looks good going forward. So I am looking at buying a 30 call, so below the $35 price right now. So it's a leaps option, and you can buy it for about $1,000. But what I like about it is then I can sell calls against it. If I go out here closest to 45 days, 55 days, I can sell for the 35. I can sell the 40 and get almost $200. Well, I can get $200 just selling that. And then if we go to the mid price, I can collect $200 a month as this thing moves up. And remember what it's costing me $1,000. So in under 6 months, I'll control 100 shares for free if it goes as expected. So that's kind of my leaps and poor man's covered call strategy. And I've outlined that in several videos. But applied materials, I'm long. We're at 166 right now. IVR is 22. So we're still in that profit zone if we look at the curve mode. By the way, this is the Tasty Trade option trading platform and brokerage. They're great. There's a link down below. You can get some benefits if you go through my link. I also utilize Moomoo. So applied materials right now is at 166. And if we look at applied in the chart, we've had a little bit of a pullback. The 13 and the 50 are below the 200. So I'm definitely long, and that's why I'm trading a put credit spread in applied materials. I may throw another one on. I mean, this is a great stock, and they've got a 12% compounded annual growth rate. Their high before was 255, so it was way up here. So a lot of room to move up. And it's a cheap, it's like I got a 17 PE, and 240 is my target. I think they're going to do great. So you know what? IVR is pretty good. It's an expensive stock, so I'm not going to do a leaps, but I'm going to throw another poor man's covered call on. So let's look at February and 160, 150. We can collect two. I'm going to go 165, 155. And I'm good till cancel. I'm going to put it above the market so that I don't get filled when it opens. If the market's up, I probably wait until a little bit of a pullback, but I'll put it up 573 and place the trade. And then you'll see I've got that one waiting for Monday morning. I can look at it and go, hey, if the market's down, I can put it on. AMD, long, 125 is the price, 50 IVR. They've got earnings coming out on 2/4, so I'm definitely long. This is one of the the biggest positions that I've got on right now. Well, actually, I've only got a couple. I've done pretty well and been selling it. So just over the last 60 days, we've made $371 over the last 60 days. But AMD's done great all year for us, but it's way down right now. So it's a screaming buy to me. But I've got leaps, and then I've got one call against it. There was a down move, so I sold one of the calls last week. So if you look at that again, you can see right here, 1227, I closed out. I bought another leaps, and right here, I thought I closed out a call, maybe not, but anyway, we're doing pretty good in there. Let me know what you're thinking of AMD in the comments, but to me, this is a great one. Maybe I'm going to look at putting another one on February 4th. Yeah, I may wait a little bit, but I'm definitely going to add to that position. Avago's done really well. Broadcom, another AI stock. Last 30 days, we've done really well, I think. Over $1,000, $1,071 in the last 30 days. So done really well in that one, and definitely long. Actually, we've got the 225. 210 and then 255, 265 Iron Condor on, and we had a down move, but we're right in the middle of that range. If we go here to the curve mode and look at analysis, we're right in the middle. IVR is high, so we can collect premium. I'm not long because it's been moving way up. So we're at the top end of the RSI. So in this case, I don't think there's a big chance it's going to keep going up. It's already high. And I don't think there's a big chance that it's going to drop since it's one of the top AI stocks right now. So that's why I'm neutral. Chewy, leaps, and a call against it, the 35. I like the business, the online pet food business. Everybody loves their pets. My target's 37. It's inexpensive, so I'm just going to keep doing this with the poor man's covered call. Coin has not been as good as we wanted this year. But, obviously with the new administration, they're pro crypto and Bitcoin. So I think it should do well. I'm long right now. I sold a call against it, but my actual target is much higher. They've got earnings coming up on February 20th, but actually my target's around 300. So you can see the RSI is down right now. So I just need a little bit of a move up. We're at 265. Yeah, you can see we're not even in the profit zone right now. So we're going to lose if it, but what I'll do is I just roll these, I'll roll January, this credit spread, to February and collect additional premium, hopefully. I don't know if you can right now. If I right click, I don't think I can. So if I rolled right now to February, yeah, I could collect $15. So why not? Just give it more time. So I'll probably do that Monday. I'm going to put it above the market so it just doesn't happen right away. Quite a bit above the market. And there we go. So that's set up to roll, but that'll remind me. And then DraftKings, two poor man's covered calls. So the leaps options, and then sold the calls against it. And you can look 290 in extrinsic as long as we stay under this 37 in the next 55 days. And DraftKings, I've covered this one every week. We're killing it in DraftKings, but actually we lost a little lately. But still, over the last year, we've made over $3,000 in DraftKings. ELF, I like it. Health and Beauty, 125, 127. It's done well for us. Also, over the last 60 days, I think we made like $500. 563. So we're have been having good luck with ELF. It's still fairly priced, so I'm still long. Yeah, I don't have the other side on because I think my target for ELF is 170. We're at 127 right now, so much higher. Gold, I've got all kinds of 565 in extrinsic left, so I'm leaving these on. I've got 13-day and 20-day. I've got some different iron condors on, but they're all pretty much in the center because it's been trading in a range. And I did a video on this one, so check it out. Let me know what your thoughts and what you think about gold. And to me, it's kind of been moving throughout this range over the last 3 months. And that's why I've got so many iron condors on until it breaks that pattern. But we've made over $500 in the last 60 days. HD, same thing. We've had some luck last month. I did a post-earnings trade on a big drop, an iron condor, and it's just been staying in that range. So I threw on another one in January. Just in the last 30 days, we've made $348. So I don't know if I'll keep it going because the IVR is low. So I'll probably close this out once some of this 226. I'm going to wait until more of it comes in because there's no earnings on 218, but this is before earnings. So I don't see it moving outside this range. It's right dead center in the middle. So I'm fine with just waiting and waiting for this $226 to come in. IWM, the Russell, 230. It's just been okay for us, but we made like $100 in the last 30 days. It's just been kind of staying where it's at. But we're long. I'm going to stay that way. Small cap should do well. Both L3, if you look at the chart, way down. The RSI is way down as well. And L3 and Lockheed Martin, same situation. And these are big defense stocks. I'm long. I think we're going to continue to spend on defense, but they've both taken a hit. So I'm not going to go into those too much, but I'm just going to keep rolling my put credit spreads. I'm not even going to add the other side because my targets for both of those are much higher. Mara is a crypto mining company, and I'm looking at buying a call way out. Now, if you look here, I'm going 2 years out, and the reason I did, the price is I put it at $12. But if you look at the option chain, and I looked, typically I'd go to the January, and then, wait, wrong stock, Mara. There we go. So typically I would go December or January. But if you look at January and the 10, it's like $12.50 to buy. And then I can go a whole nother year out for the 10, and it's like the same price. So I'm like, hey, I got another year. You might as well, for the same price, if it's not much more, just go further out. It just gives me more time. And then what I do is I'll sell calls against that. So for $1,200, I can sell then like the 20 right here, collect $240. I can sell the 21. So you can get a $3 times 5. That's a 15% upside, and then collect $200 a month. So I can collect $200 a month and have that paid for in 6 months, and then own the contracts for free. So, those type of deals are like 100% gains that you can have over the course of a year or more. Marvell's another one, and I've done a video on Mara in the past, so you can check that out. Marvell is another one. I've got an iron condor. Short strikes are 100, 130. It's right in the middle between those. So we're in the profit range, and Marvell's had a big move up, so that's why I'm not long. Otherwise, I love Marvell, a great AI stock. They do ASICs, so custom chips, and they're the leaders in that industry or that field. Micron, way down. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my biggest positions. I've got 3 leaps, sold a couple calls against it, and then I've even got a couple put credit spreads because IVR was pretty good. But Micron has not... it's taken a big hit. They had some earnings that came out and disappointed. Even though their high bandwidth memory, their HBM, has been killing it, and they're going to continue to do well, selling that. They're sold out, and the data centers and AI is going to continue to use that. But they had some poor numbers as far as PCs and mobile phones. They guided lower, so the CEO didn't predict very well on that. But again, my target is twice. It's 160, and you can see it's way down. So I'm just going to stay long Micron, keep these leaps on, and keep selling calls against them. I'm waiting for a little bit of an update to sell more calls. I've got 2 on. I think I took 1 off last week on the down move. But, that's where you make money on both sides. But love that. MYSC, I'm not going to talk about too much, but I saw someone else talk about this, and it looks interesting. So I'm going to check it out. I may put that on Monday. If I do, I'll maybe do a video and cover that so we can dig in a little bit deeper. If you know anything about that, MYSZ, let me know. It's called My Size. It's an AI type stock, and you can only buy shares, so there's no options. So I'm thinking it's so cheap, $6.51. So for 100 shares, it's $650. So that's what I'm looking to do on Monday. NVIDIA, I've got a deep in the money leaps, and then I've got a put spread, and then sold a call against it to make a poor man's covered call. But my target for NVIDIA is much higher. What is my target? 170, and where are we at? Yeah, we're at 137. So, this is a bargain to me right now. But I'm long NVIDIA. Palantir, this one's moved up way up. So I've got an iron condor on. And you can see that everybody knows this one, but Palantir's done pretty well for us. And actually, going back to NVIDIA, look what we've done just trading it over the last 60 days. We've made over $1,000, so done really well in NVIDIA. Palantir, let's see, it's way up right now. We've made like $1,000 over the last year in Palantir, and let me see where that is. Yeah, 1175. And then they've got earnings on February 3rd. So we've got earnings. I like to keep over here. I just keep this in alphabetical order, and I can see the earnings right here. And 2-3 is when it's coming out. But 75.85, it's had a big move up. So I'm just looking for it to stay in that range until earnings. This is before earnings. So we're just going to wait and see if some of that premium comes in. Qs, we're in between 485.50. Iron Condor. Not going to dig into that too much. Super Micro, I've got some leaps on, selling calls against them. I've got 2 calls on, and you can collect nice premium with those calls, and the leaps option is not much. So I've done a couple videos on Super Micro leaps, but it's been way down, and this is a huge AI stock. They had an accounting error come out, and I don't think it's going to do anything. My understanding is there's no danger, and the stock's going to continue to do really well. My target for Super Micro and everybody else is much higher as well. It's at least double. It's more than double where it's at right now. So I'm just staying long Super Micro. SoFi, we've done really well as well. Just in the last 60 days, it had a big move up, and we've made almost $5,000, $48.55 in the last 60 days. But I've got 2 calls that I've sold against it on up moves, and then I've just got leaps on, and I'm going to stay long SoFi probably and just sell. I don't know. You don't get a whole lot for the calls when you sell it against those, but I'm long SoFi. Any big down move, I'll purchase more leaps and then sell them on big up moves. Hound, another AI stock. These guys are the leaders in the audio portion of the AI. And I've got a leaps option on against these guys. Fairly new trade. Square, just put this one on as well. Same deal, leaps option. Jack Dorsey's the CEO, a little eccentric, but he obviously is a smart guy. Let's see, Tesla. We've got all kinds of iron condors on Tesla. They've got earnings coming up on 122. And all of these, if you notice, are prior to earnings. Prior to 122. They're January 17th and January 10th, and they're all iron condors, and they're all right in the middle. And we've got $1,438 to come in intrinsic, and a huge profit zone there where it can move. And prior to earnings, I don't know that it's going to move a whole lot. So I think that's all going to come in, and I expect to make $1,000 just in the next 30 days on that. So we'll see how that goes. Wish me luck. Upstart, we've got 3 calls that we've sold against some leaps options, a couple of 100 days out and then a year out. But Upstart, I really like as well. Let's see where it's at. Yeah, it's had a big move up, but still, you can sell good calls against it and collect good premium, and the leaps aren't that expensive because it's a fairly inexpensive stock at $67. But I love Upstart long term. Ulta is another one that I'm going to. I'm not going to cover that right now. We've done well. I'm not going to put it on right now, but I'm waiting for a little bit of a pullback. All right, Viasat. I'm not going to jump into that too much, but I've got a couple of leaps on small stock, but great company. And then ExxonMobil. We had a move down in oil. We're at that 110 range, so we're just outside the profit range. I just need it to move up a little, and we should be okay. All right, guys, that's a wrap for today. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. Download the free options workshop. Join Tasty Trade through the links or Moomoo. Either one is great for option trading. Leave a comment, ask a question. I answer every one. Let me know what you're trading, what you had success with last week, what you're trading this week. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.